Hi, this is Sarah Rudolph with Vital Life Physical Therapy and Wellness in Longview, Texas. Today I'm going to do a short video of the importance of good posture for pelvic floor health. So I have a model with me here, and I wanted to just explain that a lot of our pelvic floor muscles are actually attached to the coccyx, the little bone right at the end of our spine, and your sacrum also plays a very important role in the muscles of this area. Now, what happens with the anatomy of the muscles is if a muscle is constantly in a shortened position, it has less ability to actually contract further for the activities that it needs to do. And so many times a shortened muscle can be a weakened muscle. And so one of the things that's very important as far as our pelvic health goes is to actually try to avoid what we call sacral sitting, or sitting with our tailbones kind of tucked underneath us. So on the model here is that coccyx, which is linked to the sacrum. And so when you tuck your tail underneath you, those structures actually flex up, and then what they do is they reduce the length of the muscles here in the pelvic floor. And so those muscles can become shortened and tightened, and that actually can cause them to be weaker, which really actually is the base of our core stability, besides just the functions of keeping us continent when we are doing activities. The other thing, especially for ladies who tend to cross their legs, it's a cultural phenomenon that we grow up with. When we sit with our legs crossed a lot, that can also actually provide torsion on the sacroiliac joints, which are the joints right at the back of your spine and your pelvis, really, down here where these large pelvic bones actually meet up with the sacrum, which is underneath these ligaments over here. So when we sit cross-legged, many times we cause a torsion on these pelvic bones, which again, many of the pelvic bone muscles are attached to those bones. And when you cause a torsion in where those bones are the basis of your muscles, where the muscles attach and come from, you again adjust the way that the muscles function in that area. And so that can decrease the effectiveness of the pelvic floor muscles. And ladies, particularly without gender, because we do have hormones that are released with our menstrual cycle every month, those hormones actually cause the ligaments that stabilize these joints to become more relaxed. And so it's actually more easy for your joints here in the pelvis to move out of their correct alignment. And that is something that actually can be perpetuated over time, which can also lead to low back issues, pain down into the buttocks area, and once again, it can lead to issues in the core area and in the pelvic floor. So 2 takeaways. If you want to have good core strength and stability, it's not just about your abdominals. That pelvic floor is actually very important for our core strength. And so you want to, number 1, avoid sacral sitting, which is sitting with your tailbone tucked underneath you. And number 2, you want to try to avoid sitting with your legs crossed for any length of time. So if you catch yourself sitting with your legs crossed, try to correct yourself and uncross those legs for improved pelvic health. Also, teach your daughters that these are unhealthy habits for good pelvic health as they grow older. So if you can help them get out of those habits when they are younger, they will stand a better chance of having good strength and good pelvic health as they grow older and as they go through pregnancies, being a mom, carrying babies and strollers and all that comes with it. So I hope you found this helpful. If you are suffering from low back, hip issues, pelvic floor issues, including pelvic pain, pain with intercourse, or issues with leaking when you're doing activities, please feel free to reach out for me. These are not normal. You do not have to live with them. And pelvic health physical therapy and myofascial release can go a long way to improving and reducing those symptoms so that you can enjoy being a mom, a wife, and a busy professional and an athlete and all those other hats that you might be wearing. So feel free to reach out to me, info@vitallife-pt.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Vital Life Physical Therapy and Wellness. This is Sarah Rudolph, physical therapist and owner.